Go, go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. I'm the realest. Yeah, I see what I want and I get it. You be capping for the clout, you switching. Ain't no switching back. Had the boss up, you can call me triple threat. I be killing every show and get it before the check. I ain't tired yet. Overlapping like I used to run the track. No, I don't even break a sweat. I'm as lethal as and all this really get. I remember Granny cooking fish and grits. When she gave us knowledge, she made sure it's thick. Now we cooking in the stew, talking about the I'm all over the world. People be sleep, so they quite don't know it yet. Yeah, we ready for war. Anyone standing no way and it's over. I'ma wake 'em up, let me wake 'em up. You will see what I'm about, I ain't one of them. Used to sleep on the floor, head below the rim. Now I'm dogging on like Shaq and them. I be feeling for people, no sympathy. When they see me with check, they be sensitive. I don't fall in the trap, I be flipping it, make it look easy. My feet up, I'm kicking it over and over. They repeating my, they liking it, but ain't showing the love, they be trifling. All I'm seeing is red like lightning. Over and over, straight heat the beat. Oh, you rappers for real ain't touching me. It's a banger whenever I'm walking in. Yeah, cause I go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost.
Boom, what's happening, everybody? Good afternoon, good evening. Indeed. Monday. Hooey, what a day. It's Monday, beginning of the week. I know we don't want to be there. Really, sometimes I don't think they want us there, but listen, let's make it happen. We're going to do what it do. We're going to do what it do. All right, this is a lab quickie. We're not going to be around long. I'm not going to be around long. And for the rest of the week, all right, we won't answer any questions. We hope that we answer all of your questions right here tonight. So buckle up, hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen. PhD Youth Sports very own. I am the professor, aka the Skybox Bully. And we are going to break down the Linemen Challenge. You understand? It starts this week. Now, I do know the time is scheduled for 9 o'clock Saturday. 9 o'clock Saturday. Be on time. It's going to start. We will be doing a introduction. I'll probably come in there, say just a few words, and let the gentlemen go ahead and get started in doing what they do. See if I might be able to read some of these names off to make sure. I know we had some issues earlier with some names missing. If you have already paid, you paid. I know a couple people went through their organization, which is cool because they sent me a list also. It will be confirmed. If there's any names or anything missing, all you have to do is simply show the receipt, something that you paid. If the coach or somebody sent it and they sent it to us or sent it to me, all right, and it got lost somewhere in the shuffle, I have no problem, adding your child's name to the list. Not a problem. All right, we're going over it. We're going over it twice. All right, guaranteed. I have about 12 different eyes getting ready to look at this thing, and we want to make sure that we're legit straight across the board. A couple of things to be said with that, being straight across the board. I want to apologize to my guy, Big Nigel. Unfortunately, the rules we'll have to adhere to that are similar to 7v7. I reached out to a couple fellas, man, and, asked. I don't want to start doing anything sideways. I don't even rock like that. So I publicly apologize to my man, Nigel, who is 8 years old, but will be playing for the 10U. His birthday drops right before. So my man, Big Nigel, I apologize. I wish you would still compete, but I totally understand it's a family decision to make, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? But I still think you should get out there and come ball out, man. All right, and give it a shot. If you are listen now, if you are playing in the correct age group, cool. If you are going up, this rule was never really talked about. This rule was never really discussed, so to speak. But if you are playing in, let's say 12U next year, all right, you have to compete now in the 12U challenge. If I find out that you're doing something different, then I'm gonna just simply disqualify you. All right. And it's, it's no rub against anybody. I'm not saying anybody doing it intentionally on purpose or anything like that. But these are just one of those rules that we really, really never talked about. Okay, because we were going with 7v7 and their rules, then I just want to adhere to that. So there's no shady business when it's under my name, PhDU Sports. We're just gonna keep it 100. And I don't want to. I hated to be the one that had to make that phone call or tell the parent that. But it is what it is, and I'd rather have my name and somebody say he's a stand-up guy versus hey, he'll bend the rules for this one and that one. And believe you me, I don't want to start that. Okay, so once again, my man Nigel, I got something for you, big dog. I got something for you. Hopefully that'll make up for it a little bit. I got something for you next time you see me. All right, guaranteed. All right, so moving forward, with that being said, depending on your age group that you will be playing in come fall, that's who you should be challenging. That's where you should be in on the challenge. 6U, 8U, 10U, and 12U is the challenge going down at Goose Creek High School. Listen, because no more messages. Let me just put it out there. 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U. It will be done in the softball/baseball field, okay, at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, the baseball field, softball field/softball field is right in between now where field 3 and 4 and I believe that's 6 and 7 in the back. So remember where now is where the 8U plays at? And you know where the 10U plays right behind the stadium? There's a softball field. You can't miss the big yellow trim going around there. We will be inside there. That will be for the players only. For the players only. Parents can sit along the outside of the fence. Cool. Let these coaches, we're going to need all the room and everything we can use. So I'm giving these guys that entire space. If they're cool, and they're already set up and like, hey, parents ain't really in the way or anything like that, then I'll let them make the decision on, whether or not to let you in. But parents, please just hang around the outside, set you up a chair, watch. Coaches, same thing. If you're not actually within the group that I have picked already, please, if they ask for your help, then come in. But if not, just stand by on the outside and maybe we can work something out next year when it grows a little bit bigger. This year it is bigger, so thank you to everybody. Trophies are already here. I still have to go open them up, double check that they are what I ordered. Bad habit. I'm not opening up those boxes, but that's what it is. In between those fields, softball field, baseball field, there's only one, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so if you walk behind the main stadium, let's take a little journey there. If you walk behind the main stadium and you cross right in front of tropical Italian ice, you want to keep straight ahead. Keep straight ahead like you're going towards the road and look over to your right. Just in the corner, 45-degree angle, is the baseball/softball field. I believe they use it for both. I believe it's the softball field. It's going on right there, 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock. I'll be there talking. We'll do a small intro, and then we'll get right to it, okay? This mini camp/introduction day, okay? This is just to show the young student athletes what they'll be doing as far as the challenges go, okay? These coaches are going to walk them through exactly what they should be doing when it comes to the challenge. And some people are asking, well, where's the challenge, Professor? Well, there it is. There it is. There it is, right there. Okay, there's your challenge for every age group. 12U, 10U, 8U, and even 6U. Okay? So, couple of things everybody wanted to talk about. Let's see. Some things that you may not know, which is all right there. It says it. 5, 10, 15. All right. Drill for time for the 12U, number 1. All right. Number 2, 1v1 tug of war crawl with harness. That is a bear crawl tug of war. That's it. It says it. It's a bear crawl tug of war. So there's no standing up, no nothing. All fours, boom, pulling to one side. I know some kids will get lifted up on their feet and things like that. There'll be I'm pretty sure they're going to go with a ribbon to see how far it goes over the line. If you can hold it over there for probably like a count of 3 to 4 seconds, then that person has, the other one has won. Okay, if you can hold it over that line for about 3 to 4 seconds, I believe that's how they're going to do it. Then, that's what it'll be. Okay, so then 1v1 O-line versus D-line. All right. Now the D-line course, okay, hold on. Because now we have another one that says D-line course. 1v1 O-line versus D-line. And the D-line course, I believe. Oh, let me get with my guy to put that whole thing out. Let me get with my guy, so I misspoke. Okay, the 1v1 O-line versus D-line. The D-line course is a new one that is in all three of them. If I'm not mistaken, it's similar to the 5, 10, 15, but there's a slight course that you got to go through, and the fastest go back and touch the bag. So I mentioned somebody earlier and said, hey, yeah, it's 1v1, but there is another one added in there. Those guys do have it going in there. All those courses will be taught to you. Right then and there, day one does not mean anything. It's a trial and error. Come out there and figure out what you have to do and how you have to do it. But if I'm not mistaken, that's what it was. It is similar to and combined of 1v1 and the 5, 10, 15. That's what that new one that popped up there. So that's what the young lady asked me earlier. So Miss Shannon, there you go. And they will show you. All right, they will show all these student athletes. They will show you exactly what you should be doing. Okay, that's what day number 1 is all about. That's what the 13th is all about. It'll probably take a couple hours, 2 max 3, right? But I believe these gentlemen, they did very well last year. It wasn't as many, but they still knocked it out because a lot of kids were catching on to it. Okay, same thing down for the 10U. Okay, when you get to the 8U, 8U is the same thing. Again, the 6U is the 1v1 tug of war with rope is the only thing that changed, and the 40-yard dash. And just straight D-line, coach. They're not doing 1v1s, which I kind of thought like they almost should have, but I think it's a little much. It's the D-line course. Again, which D-line course is a new drill that came out this year. It's the 1v1 it's the defensive. 1v1 defensive drill mixed with the 5, 10, 15. All right, so there's a little thing that you have to do. It's a timed drill. Put it like that. It's a timed drill. You still have to go back there and touch the bag, but you don't have anybody to go against, similar to the 1v1. That's exactly what that is. Let's see. What did we miss? What did we not talk about? Because that was pretty much it. 12U, 10U, 8U, and 6U. The list is out. There are a few kids that are missing who came in last minute. And I wasn't able to get them on the major list and the post. Attire, I would dress to the weather on Saturday, Jesse. I would dress to the weather. But I'm telling you, these guys, the coaches that I have, they're going to run them through the gauntlet a little bit. You know what I mean? Very rarely do these guys get a chance to get almost over 35 plus linemen to work with. And that's they're all line coaches. So, of course, they're going to be out there. Dress to the weather. Have the shorts on underneath the sweatpants or something like that if it's cooler in the morning. But when they get ready to go to work, take the sweatpants off. Believe me, take the sweatpants off right then and there. If you got a hoodie on, I'd almost be ready to take that bad boy off too. But dress for the weather when you come. Cleats. Oh, no pads and helmets. No pads and helmets. This is all off gear. If you ever go Google or YouTube lineman challenges, go see what those guys have on the cut off sleeves and shorts and stuff like that. 9 o'clock on the dot. All right. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So Jesse asked what attire, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So dress to the weather, but me honestly, these guys are gonna be doing a lot of running around. They're gonna be doing a lot of running around. So they're gonna get sweaty. All right. Absolutely, positively, no pads and helmets. All right. You can rock the gloves if you want to rock the gloves. If you think that's going to help you out in something, cool. If not, shorts, cleats, 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 shorts and cleats, shorts and cleats, shorts and cleats. Did I say cleats? Bring your cleats. All right, Rodney asked even, hey, what time is it going on? I shouldn't even answer Rodney, but 9 o'clock, Rodney's my guy. Hey, you saw him last week, man. Good peoples, good peoples. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, softball field. Softball field, softball field. The one right in between where the 10U and 8U are playing at this season. I believe 6U has the courtyard, right? So if 6U has the courtyard, which normally we would have done it in the courtyard, but right in between. Right in between. You can't miss the yellow pad. Well, you got to go to the 8U field. You look over there to your left. We'll be sitting right there. All right. Find the gate. Come on in. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. And come down there, say a few words, talk to some of the young student athletes. Of course, I want to take some pictures. I might even pop in a couple interviews, something like that. We'll make it worth the while. We'll make it worth the while, most definitely. But it's just an introduction day. Okay, so parents, don't go far. Don't go far. It's about, and then, that with the mini camp, or the mini camp part is these gentlemen showing you how to do the drills. So if everybody catches on and they're kind of good with it, right, you have four drills across the board that you have to learn. And they'll let you run through it a couple times. Once everybody's going through a couple times, nobody's got problems, questions, comments, or concerns, they're going to move on to the next drill. All right, it's just that simple. All right, and a couple of times I know those coaches might get bogged down because they might have to double duty on some of them, so be patient with them. They're still doing 7v7 at the same time, so if I have to have 2 or 3 coaches, take 2 age groups like the 6 and the 8, the 10 and the 12, could possibly just split and they're doing the drills together, not going against each other. The one-on-ones and stuff like that, those coaches will keep them with their respective age groups. Okay, so we're not going to mix and mingle, but in order to show them some of those other ones, as far as the 5, 10, 15, and the D-line course, so it's 2 out of 4 that they can show them how to do without them having to mix and mingle and go up against one another. All right, these guys are very smart. They did it last year. They were phenomenal, and I appreciate them and all the work that they do behind the scenes. So I would just love to give them their flowers now. Let them go ahead and do this event. So as long as I got 2 over there, gentlemen, as long as I got 2 over there, I'll be over there for a little while, then I think we'll be all right. So there it is, 12U, 10U, 8U, 6U. There are your drills. Again, I will confirm, even if I have to come back and do a video, but I do believe the new one was put on by one of our coaches who was here last year, real solid guy. So I let them go do their thing. Last year, I think there was only 3, which was the first 3 for each age group. But this year, they wanted the D-line course. Now, again, I believe the last conversation that we've had about this list, which has been a while, the D-line course is similar to, all right, it's similar to the 1v1 without the opponent and the 5, 10, 15. There's a little small course, so it's about quickness. That gets timed also, okay? Each drill has points that you would accrue and add, and as those points come up, especially with the fastest times, all those points will accrue and to lead you to where you are. We are taking the top 4, 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 the top 4. All right, after next week. So this week, the 13th, you'll do the introduction. Meet myself, meet some of the staff, go through the drills, learn the drills. Hey, do whatever you got to do. You guys are coaches. Hey, listen, if you're more than mom, dad, you're more than happy to videotape the drills. If something you want to work on later on, cool. The guys will go through the drills, ask anybody, hey, listen, if you got questions, young student athletes, if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask, because these guys are going to ask you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you want to go through this again, you want to learn something different, talk with them. All right. And if not, then you come find me, talk to me. And if we got to sit back there and go set up those cones again, we'll run through it again. All right. And we'll get you right. Because I want everybody under the full understanding of the drills. All right. Then moving on to the 20th. Okay. Moving on to the 20th. Those are the qualifiers. Those will not take long, ladies and gentlemen. Those will not take long. Okay, what they're going to do is they're going to go by each and every age group, depending on how many coaches I have there at the time. Because again, they are still coaching. Some of them coaching 7v7. They'll knock it through. You get your numbers right then and there, and then these guys will come tell me exactly, where it sits at, and I will then announce the top four. That one also will start at 9 o'clock. Okay, that's the 20th. That's the 20th. All of them are going to start at 9 o'clock, except for the one on the 27th. The one on the 27th is to be determined, because I need to steal half of the big field, either field 1 or 2, from Anton. So, he already knows it's coming, so I'll just be asking. All right, which one can I get and what time can I get? That's it. And it should only be like a 20, 30-minute run through. When you get to your top four of each age group, it's not going to take long to find number one out of that four, and it'll be done and over with. Right? Even if we have to do each age group doing a certain drill, whether it's 5, 10, 15, set up for everybody. Then we can do the tug of wars for the 12 through 8U. 6U can probably step over the side, do their 40-yard dash. And then tug of war for the 6U, can switch out when they do the 1v1 of the offensive line versus the defensive line. We can always, these guys are pretty good at what they do. They'll find a way. They'll find a way. If not, I'll be right there, and I got no problems getting my hands dirty and getting in there and doing what we got to do. All right? So that's how it's going down. Then on the 27th, you guys will be announced right there on the 20th to the top four. Again, I'll come down, talk to all the participants. Big shout out to everybody who has signed up. We appreciate you. We thank you for your support. We want to do it a little bit bigger. Next year is a couple of guest speakers I would love to bring in. And I'll put their names out there later, because I'm going to put them on the spot to come out there and talk to these young student athletes. They're real cool cats and friends of mine. So I would love to bring them out next year, just so at least you guys can meet them. Let me introduce you to them and see how these guys are really fighting for the linemen, especially down here in the low country. All right. So that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This week, let's just, one step at a time. This week, 9 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock this Saturday, softball field, Goose Creek High School, softball field, 9 o'clock this Saturday on the 13th. On the 20th, same thing again, 9 o'clock. That's the qualifiers. On the 20th, that's the qualifiers. You'll get timed, you'll get judged, you'll get scored. You try to make the top four. Plain and simple. Trying to make the top four. The top four gets announced. Those numbers come up to me in the booth. They'll go over everything right there in front of me. Stick around just for about another 15, 20 minutes after the challenges and all that stuff. Grab yourself something to eat. Go to the concession stand. Something like that. Whatever you want to do, stick around and get, see if your child makes the top four. If not, listen, learn to scrap, come back again next year and keep on coming back until you know that you are satisfied and your child has perfected it. Don't let the one loss or, I was so close. Once I tell you all your scores, even if you want to know your scores, feel free. And you didn't make the top four, feel free to come up to the booth and find out where you sat at, because those guys will have all that stuff written down. They'll have all that stuff written down. You can see your scorecard all the way through. All right? So that's about it. This week, Goose Creek High School, 9 o'clock in the morning. It goes down. It's PhDU Sports Lineman Challenge, powered by none other than Low Country Football Group and their 7v7. All right. So that's what we plan on doing this Saturday, 9 o'clock, softball field. All right. no more messages. We'll figure out whatever it has to be between now and then. They'll show you all the drills. They'll show you all the drills. I did forget about that one, so I apologize, Miss Shannon. But they will show you everything. They will show you everything across the board. They'll show you everything. All right. Once you learn it, and they don't put anything in there too hard that somebody couldn't understand. It's real quick. But that other one is a timed drill. All right. Markel, stop being messy, man. What you calling K Dot for? Don't call him. What you calling K Dot for, Markel? You mean see where you going at? No, I just know he wants to put him in there. He's just letting them know what's going on. He's just letting them know what's going on. It's all good. Everybody have it? Lineman challenge. The drills, 5, 10, 15. Where you sit in the middle. You can either go left or right. It doesn't matter. They want to see how far you can run 5 yards, 10, and then the 15. I'm sorry. 5, then the 10, then the 15, yes. Right? It's left to right. Little quick sprint. 1v1 tug of war. Crawl with harness. It is simply like a bear crawl tug of war. 1v line, O-line versus D-line. Go look it up. You'll see how scrappy you can get. As far as the 10U and 12U, I expect to see they was, listen, it's defense gets to put their hands on you. They're not going to come out and slap you. Now, we're not going to let anybody get crazy with it. But listen, learn some techniques. Learn some techniques. Go YouTube it. Learn some techniques. Something can make a bit of a difference. But I tell you one thing, you better keep your feet moving. Because I seen some pancakes last year. I'm just saying, I ain't saying who child it was, but I seen some pancakes last year. All right. And then the D-line course, I will verify. I know that's your guy. Ain't nobody care about all that. That's our guy. Man, whatever. No, that's my guy too, man. That's my guy too. Markel, you my peoples. Come on, man. You my peoples. You already know how it goes. All right. Markel got me messed up. All right, the bear crawl. O-line versus D-line. It can get a little scrappy, so be careful. Be ready. Come prepared. Defense can use their hands. Offense, hey, get a little grimy with them too and get in the dirt. That's what the trench is all about. And the D-line course, I will verify. If they do not mark it underneath this post, what the D-line course actually is, I do believe, and 99.9%. I remember having the conversation, and that was a verbal, not written, and that's probably why, that it is a mix between the 5, 10, 15 and the 1v1 O-line, D-line. It's about making this one mark and then coming back across, and I believe tapping the bag, the tackle dummy. And it's a timed thing. All right. Dustin, what's happening, big dog? What's going on? Did you get everything? If not, you got to press rewind. I don't care. No, I'm just playing. It was good, man. I know it was just Stratford guys that were asking Dustin, but you know me, I totally spaced on the D-line course, as one of your moms asked me about. But I'll give you the message to put out there. I can simply message her or whatever. We'll get that in. I'm gonna get with my coaches and see. That was a new one that was added. I was still thinking O-line versus D-line, 1v1s, but I believe that D-line course is a brand new one to the Linemen challenge. But I believe it's mixed between the 5, 10, 15, what I remember hearing, 5, 10, 15, and the O-line versus D-line. I believe you got to make it to one mark, come back around, and tap the bag, and it's a timed drill. They're still working on footwork, somewhat like the 5, 10, 15. All right? So, everybody got it? Boom. Last call. Okay, yeah, I heard Dustin. Yeah, listen, come on, man. Come on. They called me this morning. It was all good, man, to help y'all out and to go find it. It's gonna be interesting. All right. So, everybody good? That's my time. That's a quickie. All right. Always, big dog. Always. All right. So catch y'all Saturday. Catch y'all Saturday, 9 o'clock, softball field. I'm going to find out about that last drill, and I'll be putting it out. All right? So look for it. Don't message me because I'm only going to probably say it one time. All right? Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all already know. PhD.